have Wisconsin head coach Mike Eaves, student athletes, forward Michael Mersch, and goalie Joel Rumpel. We will start with an opening statement from the head coach, and then we will go to questions for the student athletes, and then back to questions for head coach. Coach Eaves, opening statement.
First off, I would like to congratulate Penn State and the effort they gave this Big Ten tournament. They played a monster game last night and had to get right back in the saddle. And we were in their shoes last year, and we know how difficult it is to come in and play all this hockey and try to win 3 games in 3 nights, and they represented themselves very well, and they can have no regrets leaving the arena tonight. As for our group, I think it took the first period before we kind of got our feet underneath us. Penn State was playing at a higher level, quicker pace. They were making decisions with the puck before they got it, and we started to pick it up a little bit in the second period. I thought our power play created some nice chances. Our penalty killing was good. A young goaltender did what he needed to do, and Big Mike put his big body in front of the net and do what he does well. So it was a combination of those things that helped us tonight.
Questions for student athletes?
Joel, how difficult is it to beat a team 5 times in one season, especially a team that plays as physically and tenaciously as Penn State does?
Yeah, I mean, any team in our league and around college hockey, it's tough to beat 5 games in a row, but they put in a good effort every single time, and 4 out of 5 of them have been 1-goal games, and they're a good team, and had a good effort tonight, but glad we came out on top.
Next question for student athletes. Right here.
Michael, coaches always talk about responding after a goal, and you guys were able to come back. I think it was like 35 seconds after to get that goal, and then your second goal was right at the end of the period. How big were those 2 goals in terms of the momentum of the contest?
Yeah, they were huge. After we get scored on, we've been taught to, line up right for the draw, and let them know that we're coming for them. So to get a goal on the shift after is huge. Jefferson made a good pass to me, and I was able to drive the net and put it in.
Next question. Right here.
I guess I'll go for either of the athletes. You guys won 3 games last year here at the Exego, and obviously this time around you don't have to win to get into the NCAA tournament. How does that change your focus?
Michael, you want to answer first?
Okay. Well, we were working hard to get that first round bye, because as Coach said, it's tough to come back and win 3 games in a row, especially in a tournament like this where we have great teams in it. And we were able to do that, get that first round bye, and we had fresh legs. But now we're focused on the next game tomorrow, so we're going to have to recover for that.
Joel, anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't change too much. We're still playing like it could be our last game. We won the last WCHA, how it was, and we want to win the first Big Ten. So we're not much has changed. We're still playing like we lose or dead. So that's how I see it anyway.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Right here.
Michael, did you get any dose of motivation perhaps from the notion that you hadn't really had a great deal of success in the playoffs coming into this weekend, that you wanted to maybe make a statement a bit?
Yeah, it's something that's always been in the back of my head. You want to contribute to your team, especially in crunch time at the end of the season. And I know we talked about it earlier this week, so it was nice to contribute. Like I said, though, guys step up and play roles in the playoffs here. So, everybody contributed, blocking shots and the penalty kill and making passes on the power play, and just chipping the pucks out. And a lot of people step up in different ways. It's not just goal scoring, but it was nice to contribute.
Your whole line seemed pretty energized tonight. I think Morgan may have had one of the better games I've seen him play in a long time. Could you sense that you guys were kind of clicking pretty well?
Yeah, well, we've been in a little bit of a slump together, and we've been positive, so we've been positive with each other and just saying, hey, we're going to get it, it's going to come. And luckily enough, we worked hard tonight and we're able to, connect the dots and put the puck in the net.
Final question for the student athletes. Right there in the back.
Michael, did you get any sense there was any leftover fatigue from Penn State in their game last night?
Again, as Coach said, it's always tough to come around and play a game, especially, and think about it, they played, 2 overtimes, I think it was? So I think it was like 3.5 periods or 4.5 periods. So, that's really tough, and it's hard for a team to come out, legs maybe will be there in the first, period or two, but if you keep on them and keep chipping pucks in and chasing, which we did tonight, we made their D-turn, and it paid off towards the end.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Joel. Reminder, the Wisconsin locker room will be open for 4 more minutes until 4:53. Questions for Wisconsin head coach Mike Eaves? Front row, let's go to second row and then the front row.
Mike, not to take away from the team effort, but looking at some of the guys you guys kind of expect to make plays, your first line, Mike getting the 2 goals, how nice was it to see them, in a playoff setting, get that, especially, you look at your first line out on the ice, keeping the puck in the Penn State zone, that final minute to keep Scoff on the ice.
We've had the Zinger line has been doing a lot of our goal scoring at the end of the regular season, and we've been looking for contributions, secondary contributions from Dolly's line, and they got a little bit of a start at Michigan State, and tonight they carried on and got a big first goal for us that unit, and as it was mentioned, they did a lot of good things tonight. So it's nice to see that. I know that there was questions about Michael's production at playoff time, and offense is always a thing that's talked about at playoff time, and whether a person is clutch or that type of thing. And offense is a real finicky type of thing. It comes and goes. It's a creative thing, but Michael, through all of this, he keeps staying on the ice after and doing extra work, trying to get back that feeling. So he makes that down period of his creativity or his goal scoring minimum because he keeps doing the things he needs to do to get himself going. And he came through tonight in a big way, and I know that he feels real good about that because it helped the team win.
Question right here.
Can you talk a little bit more about what you've seen from Penn State this season and some of the tight games that they've been in lately with you guys?
Well, the biggest thing about Penn State is they give themselves a chance to win because they play so hard. That's their foundation. And they have a big team, and they're effective on a small sheet of ice. And they play well together. They have a very good goaltender that allows them to make some mistakes, and he covers for them, and then they just keep working hard. And every one of their lines contributes. You take a look at the numbers of their line, they're pretty close. So every line that comes over the board is going to chip in some form or fashion. But the foundation of why they are here is the fact that they play hard.
Question right here.
Mike, as fickle as you say offense is, how did it make you feel to see Michael respond the way he did tonight?
It was a matter of time, Andy. I mean, you and I have talked about it in great length, and because of his work ethic, this flow and ebb that offense or creativity has, and he just worked through it and shortened the time that he was down in the valley, and he's back on top. And Michael knows that one of his responsibilities on our team is to be on the score sheet, and he takes great pride in that. And so it's nice for him. That gives him, confidence, and he gets that confidence. Maybe he can stay up there for a while.
Question here in the third row.
Coach, your team started a little bit off in the first period. Can you speak to why they were so slow?
You see it a lot when you play. We haven't played in a week. They played last night, so they're in game mode right away. The quickness of their decisions, the ability of them to move the puck right away, we were a step behind, so that's why we looked off. And we talked about it as a group. It's one thing to talk about it. The other thing is to go out and keep your mindset on course and not get thrown off. And it was just a matter of time. We felt that we told them that it's going to come, and it did come for us.
Question right there.
Coach, your power play has also kind of had a slow progression. Are you happy with the pace and it's picked up and it's been effective towards the latter half of the season and tonight again?
Yep. It was a little bit ago that we had a chat as a group, and our numbers weren't good. At different times, we had different people out. We weren't congruent in the people that were on the power play together. After we got everybody back, we said, we don't need to look at percentages. We need to be a group that is effective and score goals that have meaning in games. And it's done that for about the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Question right here.
Kind of piggybacking off that start question, that's been a topic all season long. When they get that goal and then Michael comes right back, how big is that for you guys to come right back and score?
It's a mindset that this group has, that it's about responding, and that's the verbiage that's on the bench by our team. Let's respond, and to be able to come back and do that, we're right back on top. Then we have the momentum, so they pushed and we pushed back, and it gets the momentum on our side.
Next question. All right. Thank you, Coach Eaves.